Alright, so to start out, I'm going to be going in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. You guys know I've been using this in every tutorial, so I'm just going to be applying this with a Sonia Kashuk flat top kabuki brush. Then I'm just color correcting with my Maybelline 14-hour lipstick, and I'm just using that to cover up all my dark circles. Now using the NYX color correcting palette, I'm taking the pink shade and I'm going to apply this on top of where we applied the lipstick, just to further brighten up the under eye and kind of act as a blending medium so that the red of the lipstick doesn't turn our actual concealer color pink. And I'm just applying all the NYX colors to the high points of my face, and then I'm going to be blending it all out with my damp Real Techniques beauty sponge. Then for my concealer, I'm going to be putting on the Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer in the shade Light Medium. Then again, just applying it to the high points of my face, which are the bridge of my nose, underneath my eyes, along my smile lines, and on the center of my forehead, also on the center of my chin. And then again, I'm just going to blend it all out again with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. And you guys will notice that every time I'm blending out a cream product underneath my eyes, I'm always looking upwards just to make sure that none of the product settles into the fine lines underneath my eyes. And then I'm just setting all that concealer in place using my Covergirl loose translucent powder. And now picking up that same powder with my Real Techniques beauty sponge, I'm just going to be applying this all over the face and just essentially baking the whole face to really help fill in my pores and set my foundation all day long, because the Milani foundation is more on the dewy side, so I feel like this is the only method that really helps control my oil and fill in my pores. If you compare this to applying the powder with a brush, I feel like the brush doesn't really push in the powder deeply into the skin. It just kind of applies it to the surface and only allows for a light layer to be applied. Now I'm just cream contouring the nose using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in the shade 355. And I always apply this with an angled brush to make sure I can get the lines really precise. And then taking the other end of the brush, the fluffy end, I'm just blending that all out. Then going back to my Covergirl powder, I'm just reverse contouring using my Morphe M146 brush and just packing that onto the sides of my nose. Then after letting all that powder sit on my face for a few minutes, I'm just brushing it all off. Now I'm just doing a little bit of powder contouring with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm just mixing the 3 contour shades and applying that to my nose in the same spots that we initially applied our contour lines. Then taking the highlighter shade in the palette, I'm just going down the bridge of my nose just to give everything a little extra pop. And finally, I'm just bronzing up the skin, again using the Anastasia contour kit mixing all three of the contour shades and applying this to my cheekbones and the outer perimeters of my face. Then to finish off the skin, I'm just applying my Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. And now moving on to the eyes. Using an angled brush, I'm just taking a light brown shade. And really you can use any color that you want because this is going to get all covered up by the eyeliner that we apply later on. But I'm just kind of using this to sketch out the moon shape that we're going to be creating. And this shape is kind of a little bit of like a retro liner. So I'm going to start by going outwards from where my eyelids end. And then after that, I'm just going to curve it upwards. And you'll notice that I'm doing this pretty high above where my eye naturally folds, so that as we come back down and create that half moon shape, you'll be able to see it. And during this part, it's okay if you're not really precise because this is just going to act as a guide for when we apply the eyeliner. So it's okay if you're a little bit messy at this part. And now that we've sketched everything out, I'm just going to fill it all in with my NYC Black Liquid Liner. And you'll notice I'm going really slowly just to make sure that the lines that I apply are really precise and sharp. So just take your time while doing this step. Then once we have everything filled in, I'm going to be going in with my Urban Decay Moondust palette. And using the shade Galaxy, I'm just going to wet the color first and then apply it on top of where we applied the black eyeliner. You can really use any metallic eyeshadow that you have, but the point is that this is going to help add kind of a metallic sheen to everything to help really give it that starry night galaxy feel. And now for the most important part of this look, the crescent moon. For this, I'm just going to be taking this eyeliner by NYX. This is their studio liner in the shade Extreme Gold. And now I'm just drawing out a little half crescent moon shape in the center of where we applied that black eyeliner. Then for the finishing touches, I'm going to be applying some thick chunky glitter that I got from Michaels. And so I'm just applying a little bit of lash glue right above where we applied the black eyeliner, and I'm just dotting that on, and then on top of that I'm applying the glitter chunks with a pair of tweezers. And after applying each one, I'm just pressing it in with the tweezers to make sure that they don't fall off. And this is just supposed to replicate the look of stars and just to add a little touch of sparkle. Then last step on the eyes, I'm going to be taking some white eyeliner, and first I'm just going to apply a little line towards the end, and then for the rest of it I'm just going to apply dots in between where we placed each glitter chunk, and this is just to add some variation in our stars. Now, last step in the whole look, moving on to lips. I'm going to be dramatic and apply some black liquid lipstick, and this is the one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's in the shade Midnight. And so I'm just applying this all over the lips, and then I discovered a really cool technique. I guess this is just kind of like a DIY metallic lip, because we all know that metallic lips have been very in as of lately. So I just went back to my Moondust palette and I took the same shade Galaxy and just rubbing it onto my finger, I'm applying it to the centers of my lips, and this gave a really cool foiled effect, which I thought was so unique. And really, you can take any shade from this palette and apply it on top of black liquid lipstick and it looks so cool. In fact, I think it looks better than buying an actual metallic liquid lipstick. But yeah, that concludes this look. I guess you could kind of view this as a Halloween look. If you enjoyed this, please let me know and don't forget to subscribe before you go. I will see you guys next time.